percents as ratios. Now, as a percent, we base percents on 100. Okay? We base all percents on 100. So if we're talking about percents and percents of the ratio, now a ratio, remember, is just a fraction, basically. A ratio is a relationship between two numbers that have the same quantity. Talked about that earlier, okay, in chapter 16. But a ratio and a percent is based on 100, okay? So, if I have 20 over 100, okay, 20 over 100 is 20%. If I have 82 over 100, that's just 82%. Okay, if we have 105 over 100, well, that's 105%. Okay, so if I have 32%, then that would just be 32 over 100. If I have 1%, that would be 1 over 100. Okay? If I have 305%, that would be 305 over 100. Could also be written as 3 and 5 over 100. Now, in most cases, you're going to need to reduce the fraction or the ratio once you put it in ratio form. For our purposes today, you won't have to do that. Okay? They're just going to want you to change one or the other. Okay? Set it as a fraction or set it as a ratio. Now, the other way they're going to show this is this row right here. They will also show as 20 out of 100 or 82 out of 100 or 105 out of 100. Okay? Also, for your purposes today, you're not going to have any percents that are over 100. Okay? The main reason being is that for most cases, you can't have more than 100%. Okay? You always see this on ESPN. Okay? Big game, Super Bowl, they win it. Yeah, we gave 150%. No, that's not possible. It's not possible to give all that you have and then 50% more. Okay? That's not a possibility. So in a lot of cases, it's not possible to have over 100% or have 100% or more. Okay? Now, there are cases, quite a few of them, like, for example, the shoes you have on your feet. Okay? The shoes that you have on your feet have a markup in their price when you buy them. So let's say you pay $100 for them. Well, those shoes probably cost maybe $12 to make, if that. Okay? So they're charging you a lot more than 100% of what it costs to make them to buy them. Okay? So there are areas that you can have more than 100%, but the ones that are most common to you, for example, there can't be more than 100% chance of rain. Okay? They can't have a 200% chance of rain. Okay? It's either 100%. If I go and steal 100% of Michael's money, there's no way to steal 150% of Michael's money. okay, unless he's got some hidden. But if he's got some hidden, that's still part of his money, that you 100% of it, okay? If I give 100% of my money in my pocket to Brandon, okay, well, he's going to get lent because there is no money in my pocket, okay? So he'd be out of luck. I could give him 200% of the money in my pocket. He's still going to get zippo, none, okay? So there are ways that you can use over 100%, but for the most part, the times that you hear percentages, okay, most of the time they're wrong if they're saying it's over 100%, okay? It's just not capable of doing that, okay? If I give 100% of the effort that I have athletically, then that's all you've got. You can't ramp it up another 50%. If you can ramp it up another 50%, then you were dogging it and you weren't giving 100% to begin with. You know, if I can run a 4.5 40, but one time I run it 4.9, and then the next time I run it 4.5, well, then I can really run a 4.5 40. I didn't give 150% effort the second time. Okay, so that's not possible. It's a good saying. Hey, we give 150% the whole time. Blah blah blah. No, you gave 100%, if that. Okay, so there's not many athletes that can give you 100% the whole time because they get tired. Okay, so that's what we talk about when we talk about percents. The way they're going to do it today is this way. Everybody look at your examples. Look at number 1. Number 1, it says for each grid, write the percent of the squares that are shaded red and the percent that are shaded yellow. Okay, so if you look at those squares, and I'm going to tell you right off, there's 100 squares in each in each big box. Okay, so you don't have to count them. Okay, it's like 10 by 10 if I remember right. How many squares are colored in that? How many squares are colored red? Excuse me. So just count the number of boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 10 would be what? 60. So what's the percent? Right. Okay. So number 1, you've got 2 answers. The first one is red, 60%. Yellow, well, is there any other colors besides red and yellow in that box? No. So if red is 60% and the most that we can have is 100%, then what does yellow have to be? Michael? 40%. So yellow is 40%. Okay. What about number 2? Well, how many are colored red? What percent are colored red? Isaiah? Yeah, 20%. So 2, whoa, got a little carried away with my screen there. Number 2, red is 20%. So yellow would have to be what? 80%. Okay. Number 3. 3 is a little harder. I'd probably count the yellow ones. Count the yellow ones first, and then you can see how many are red by just subtracting 100% minus the yellow. So how many red are there? What is the percent of red? Noah. 60? No, not 60. You're real close, but it's not 60. Brandon. 64? Yes, 64%. So how many yellow is there then? 36%. Okay, because we're just subtracting 100 minus the red or 100 minus the yellow, and that gives us the other one. All right, let's look at number 4. Number 4 is different. Number 4 says write each ratio as a percent. Not real hard. Okay? Today I'm not going to make you write the original problem. Okay? You're just going to be able to write the answers because there's quite a few problems that we're going to end up doing. But for number 4, what would be the percent for 56 out of 100? Emma? Yeah, 56%. Make sure you include the percent sign. If you don't include the percent sign, then it will be wrong. When you're saying it, make sure you say 56%. Okay, number 5 says 29 out of 100. So what is number 5 then? 29 out of 100 would be what? What, Michael? Yeah, 29%. Very simplistic. Okay? All right, let's move down to number 9. Number 9 says write each percent as a ratio in word form and in fraction form. So number 9 says 38%. Okay? Well, 38%, and they wrote it out in word form. Okay, so 38% in word form would be as a ratio. So that would be 38 out of 100. Then as a fraction, it would be 38 over 100. So that would be your two answers. Okay? So what would number 12 be? Jonah? Correct. 19 over 100 and 19 out of 100. Okay? Obviously, if it's the only thing, in other words, we're just writing the answers today, so obviously you don't have to circle it. Okay? Because it's the only thing there. So we have to assume that it's your answer. If you were to write the original problem, then yes, you would need to circle it. Okay? Now, go over to number 38. Look at number 38. Says write a ratio and a percent of the squares for each color in the grid at the right. Now, ratio, not in word form. They'll say word form when they want something like, 32 out of 100. They said ratio form, so they want it as 32 over 100 if that's the answer. It's not the answer. But it'd be 32 over 100 and then 32%. How many of the squares are red in that picture, in that grid? Noah? 25. So it's 25%. Y'all keep forgetting to say the percent word. And 25 over 100. Okay? So that's your two answers. Very simplistic, fairly simple, not real hard. Okay? So I'm going to turn you loose on your homework. Going to give you about almost 25, 30 minutes in class. I think you can probably get it done. I'm going to allow you to break up in with a partner, not a group, but a partner. 2 people. Okay? No more than 2, unless we got an odd number. And if we have an odd number, I'll let somebody be a 3 group. But for right now, we got 2 people. What do we got? 4, 8, 12. 12, 14. So we got an even amount. So you don't have to work with a pair. Okay? A pair or a person. A pair. Not an apple or a grape, but a pear. Okay? You don't have to work with a pair, but you do have to work. Okay? So go ahead and get started. We're doing 17.1, 1 through 45. 17.1, 1 through 45. Okay? Go ahead and get started.